guys, today we're doing something a bit different. See, for a little over a year on this channel, we've been, on a somewhat weekly basis, cracking into the biggest manga chapters released every single week. Whether those were chapters of JJK, Chainsaw Man, MHA, and so many other manga, I've been trying to keep you guys up to date with the hottest new chapters in manga as often as I can. However, manga releases are by far and away not the only hot and topical thing that drops weekly in the anime world, because there's obviously also seasonal anime, and thus today I want to flip a new page for the Weeb Commander. Today I want to start a series here on the Weeb Commander where we react to the biggest and hottest episodes of anime every single week. And for this season, that would mean episodes from shows like DanDaDan or TYBW Core 3. But I'm not just gonna be another one of those reactors who pauses and goes, "Oh, that's crazy." And therefore, and while this sounds like I'm being much too official about reacting to anime, while also providing exposition about why what's happening is happening. But not in a manga spoilery way. But say, hypothetically, a random monster shows up in DanDaDan. While to most people that random monster that shows up might just seem like a random monster, I can guarantee you that every single yokai in DanDaDan ties its roots back to a real, literal folklore monster from Japan. And thus providing you with information like that allows for you to learn about the anime that you're watching is kind of what I'm hoping to achieve here. But enough about all that, I was told to shorten my intros. So with no further ado, let's get directly into DanDaDan's 4th episode. And if you guys want to find the full uncut reaction to this episode, go ahead and join my 4th wall. You can either follow the link on screen or follow the link in my description. Unfortunately, reacting to things on YouTube is kind of sketchy. Just all bad signs.
No, ladies first, I insist.
What if I start crying?
Listen, if I could cry on demand, I would be an absolute menace to society. Oh, you want me to pick up the dog poop? Tears. Oh, you want me to take the trash out? Tears. Oh, you want me to take accountability for the mountains of bodies that I stacked in Chesnia? Tears.
That's fair.
Now you're behind me. We're going in together.
Damn you! Stop it!
90% of this manga is literally just people arguing about who has to go into a certain place first. We literally did this in the last episode where Okarun, Momo, and Psycho all raced to the bathroom. That's just the DanDaDan experience.
That way she'll be weak enough for us to beat her.
Oh yeah.
So something funny about this moment is that at the end of last episode, we got to see Momo changing in the train to her standard clothes, right? And Okarun is still in the protective garb. But we don't see that in the manga. It's just one chapter, they're on the train going to the tunnel, and then in the next chapter, Momo is in her standard clothes.
What's to be scared of? She's a little old biddy, not some ginormous alien.
Why would you say that? That is literally the fastest way to ensure that the grandma has tripled in size. Also, side note here, does she not look like one of the wild things? Oh God, this is literally just the last thing that Aaron's mom saw, but twice.
Give me those.
Those weren't nails, those were bats. I should have remembered this, but still. Baseball bats are expensive. Use rebar or something. Who's paying for this anyways? The failing medium?
Release the curse.
Okay, good luck.
I'll do my best.
Who is animating this? Kishimoto? This does not happen in the manga. Why are we doubling down on the foot shots here? Also, why is there 6 inches of room between the top of his foot and the top of his shoe?
What's going on? I can't see it anymore.
I gave the little twerp his tongue back.
Let's go. We can leave. That's literally the whole reason we came here. He's a whole man again. Let's. Oh wait, there's monsters' faces on both sides of the exits.
I'm gonna chew you up, son. Eat you.
Taunt her. She thinks she's the
Ooh, that's actually a really cool touch. So in the manga, she just kind of remembers what Psycho told her to taunt the Turbo Granny into a race. The animation choice here was to make that memory a reflection in the eye, which I think is a really good addition.
Let's race and see who's faster.
See, part of me wants to think that I wouldn't fall for this kind of bait, like I'd be like Indiana Jones and just shoot the guy holding the sword. But at the same time, Danny baited me into fighting him in July, so maybe I'm not better than I think I am.
We'll start running, and you count 10 minutes to give us a...
10 minutes? That's 600 seconds. I have more faith in my ability to complete an open heart surgery than count to 600 without being like, you know what, I'm opening TikTok. I'm not following those kids.
All right. I can't stand people who break the rules.
Then we're on.
That's good. And she, very clearly, as a woman of high-standing morals who just steals the peckers off children, is Class A1 woman.
Thought we were goners for a second there. You're a genius, Messiah.
Is she a genius, though? Because she knew that the plan this entire time was to essentially run a marathon with Turbo Granny chasing them, and she decided, what should I wear instead of my protective garb? Oh, I don't know, a mini dress and thigh-high socks?
What the hell is she doing?
What do you mean, what is she doing? You asked her to count to 600. There's no way anybody in the era of TikTok is gonna be able to do that. Uh-oh, I've had friends who have seen and told me how this story ends. Okay, well, you know, at least it's outside of her.
1 minute.
It's not fair! Let Miss Ayase go!
56.
Hey,
She went from 1 minute to fit. She's going in reverse.
you said you'd follow the rules!
No one said how to count.
What are these genie rules? Hey, Okra,
Stop,
run.
Stop counting!
10 minutes. Now.
TYBW has genuinely broke my brain because when I look at this scene and see Okarune's face like cast in a red hue, I just see TYBW. I feel like they've monopolized blue and red hues.
You're a dork, and next time, I'll probably have to save you then, too.
Wait, hold up. His toes went back. His toes went. Do his toes get longer in his Turbo Granny form? And they've just gone back into. None of this was in the manga. It was not this foot focused.
You're gonna suckle your dates!
Listen, I'm not gonna say that we need to flip the script on SAers, but Okarune's making a pretty compelling case that this is a good way to dispatch of them.
Damn you. If that's how it is, I'm taking over.
Okay, so in the manga, he literally rips her tit off with his teeth. I'm kind of happy they took it out because it was a lot.
You're a pain in my ass. You damn brat! You must.
Oh god, I thought that was her tit. I thought he spit her tit out, but it's her clothes. Oh, I was getting nom flashbacks.
Let me go!
Oh god, is that Okarune's foot? 1, get a pedicure. 2, there's a huge like force perspective kick in the manga, but it is not this foot focused.
Shut up! I swear, if you don't let me out of this, kid!
Oh, you're not going anywhere. We're gonna have some fun with you.
Don't say that to a schlong-shaped object, please. Just, I was on the internet too young.
Sound spirit! Murder their asses!
Oh, I forgot the intro hadn't played yet. I was so locked in. Okay, intro time. Quick side note here, go watch the Anime Men's music video of this song. They did a really good job with it. A lot of my friends, including the Anime Men, are in it. That's so funny. I don't think that's how they did it in the manga. Oh, okay. Wait, hold up. The underside of the crab being shown right here. You see all of the faces? You're going to see the faces on top of the crab as well, and that's to show us that this crab is a yokai. See, this crab jumping out of the wall happens at the beginning of a chapter, and we don't really see the faces on the underside of the crab until the end of this chapter, but we're seeing it early now because obviously the crab has to articulate and the faces have always been there. But the faces on the crab, both on the underside and top side, prove that this is a Gami, which is an actual species of crab that are native to Japan. However, this species of crab appear to have an angry man's face on the back of their shell, and thus these crabs are said to be the reincarnated fallen soldiers from the battle of, and you're gonna love this, Dan no Ora. And thus these Gami crabs are actually said to be the reincarnated fallen soldiers from the Heikie clan, a clan that was prominent during the Edo period and heavily involved in the battle of Dan no Ora. And a little fun fact about these crabs, that when fishermen catch them in Japan, they'll throw them back because they either fear or respect the Heikie clan. But let's keep it moving here. So as you can see, there's also the faces on the back of the shell. That's where the face would usually be found on the real life crab.
My grandma says the souls of the dead turn into freshwater crabs so they can cross the river to the underworld.
It's not inaccurate. It's also just not like 100% the story. Whatever, I guess, listen to the manga.
What are you doing, you idiot?
Okay, that beware of bear sign is not there in the manga. The crab just starts attacking the wall for no real reason. I don't know if that was done for a reason or not.
Let me go!
Oh, looky, now it's super easy to strangle you for real.
I mean, she is gripping on that thing.
Bad news, babe.
Hey, don't
Does he not sound exactly like Shikamaru? I literally had to Google to see if it was a Shikamaru voice actor who's like 60, mind you, and it's not. It's a man in his late 20s.
You're kidding!
I was trying to pause it because I was like, man, a lot of feet are being drawn, and that's the worst still image I could have pulled. It's not this foot focused in the manga. And I understand, Nick, you've been pausing on a lot of feet. You're probably going to catch some foot sniffer allegations, and to that, I just got to say...
Yes, helicopter! Good idea!
I'm done.
Yeah, spin your legs around like a cartoon character and propel us into the air. Great idea. Look at this satellite image. This looks like Google satellite. I wonder if they just drew over it.
This shell is covered in faces!
So yeah, them saying its shell is covered in faces, and then obviously its shell being covered in faces, is to confirm that it's a yokai, which makes sense because it's been referred to as a bound spirit.
Someone's riding piggyback.
Wow, look at him go! This is so embarrassing. Wait, can't they see?
Okay, the CG isn't great, obviously, but it's also a gigantic, very mobile figure, so CGing it is pretty much the only option. This is not POV in the manga, but making it POV is really cool. It reminds me of when Chozo went POV form for his blood laser against Yuji.
Losing steam pretty fast here, Momo.
What about your...
My God, does Turbo Granny have to be so flaccid? That looks like a perfect recreation of me and Dorothy when we get back from the bar.
Welcome! How many this evening? Two, please!
Can you imagine the desk ladies POV? Just like, oh, what a sweet couple. They're doing a piggyback ride. Oh my God, I'm dying. Listen, I get that the entirety of this episode is very well animated, but we dropped down to like 6 FPS there. How hot is the water? He's pink.
Water. It's water from a hot spring!
That is the exact same energy as, it's not a rock. It's a boulder.
Boil a crab, the meat tightens up and gets firm. So if the damn thing's muscles get all stiff, it's not gonna be able to move.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, fair, that is how that works, except for the fact that hot springs water tops out at like 130 degrees absolute max. I don't know if you're gonna be able to boil a crab with that level of water. And yet, instantly boiled, baby. How were those people sitting in that water?
It looks so yummy now, I wish we had some butter!
Ew, I can't believe you're thinking about eating it.
It looks like Envy's true form. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to dive into that guy's face. No!
Wait, where'd all the people go? That's weird.
Yeah.
Somehow, that one segment of animation is still better than everything I've seen from Blue Lock Season 2. How long were you in the water? You look like a Vienna sausage.
What's that?
So do you. How hot was that water?
We tapped into the power of the spirits there to give us a hand. Shono City's our territory after.
Okay, 1, that's why I don't pick up anonymous phone calls. 2, they don't rip their skin off in the manga. A little orb floats out of their phone and implants in their forehead. My God, that's more visceral.
Go all out again.
Huh? Seriously? Even if I did, we still won't make it out of the city.
Okay, Okaruun has returned back to a regular color, but she is still pink as hell. No wonder Turbo Granny had time to raise an army. You boiled yourself. Wait, is that? Hold up. I expected a lot of things out of this episode of DanDaDan, but one thing I did not expect was the... It's the horse. It's the horse classical. I gotta look up. I gotta look up what it's called. I need to know. I think I have an empty... Nope, not that one. Empty tab, not that one either. Empty tab here. Oh, there it is. Horse classical song. Yeah, you know what I didn't expect? Rossini William Tell Final Overture.
I can't make this turn, Momo.
Okay, wait, hold up. So in the manga, he undergoes his full-out transformation and runs in a straight line past the entire army. None of this Sero/Spider-Man web slinging happens, that's for sure.
We're off the route, Momo. We gotta get back.
They definitely don't swing on a crane. This is like Maharaga versus Sukuna level change to the story.
Oh my God!
They don't end up in the air in the manga. Like I said, they just run in a straight line. Everything from when he transformed to this moment right here was added into the anime to make them running from the yokai seem like a longer endeavor. That's really cool, actually.
I let go of Turbo Granny.
What?
My God, was that the wrong time to sit up?
Punks that don't respect their elders.
I never seen a bitty bully kids like you do.
So this is right here what you're seeing, the hardest manga panel in the entire story. I will admit that the anime has done a fantastic job of adapting the manga up until this point, and that minute and a half added chase was really cool. This unfortunately falls a little flat for me. Yay. It got redder.
Let's go, you little bitch.
Momo, that is now twice in 2 episodes that somebody has called you a bitch. I'm starting to believe them.
How long of a head start you want this time? 10 minutes? 20?
All I need's 1 second.
Me talking to Dorothy at the end of a late night after a couple of drinks. So if trains were always a play here, and the Turbo Granny was always gonna chase us, I don't know. Why didn't we get like a moped or a car?
But the Takasaki line goes 120 an hour.
Why do you know that off the top of your head?
Trains don't always go full speed. No, they gotta slow down for curves.
Why do you know that off the top of your head?
Now I got you riding the train to Loserville.
Oh, Momo literally just hit her with the Loserville called Everyone Knew You.
Yeah. Welcome to Kamigawa City.
Does that mean Kamigawa City is Loserville?
But the winner of this race is me.
That's a shame, because in the manga, the last thing that Turbo Granny screams out is just fuck! In the manga, when Turbo Granny explodes, she explodes into a bunch of girls that are around Momo's age, and then we see them smile, shed a tear, and begin to fade away. It's a really important development. I hope they explain it.
It's a shame. I really didn't want to get rough with her. This place is where girls about your age were.
We're doing the exposition now. Prior to what I assume where they'll do the scene where they fade away in this upcoming next couple of minutes here, they show it the second that Turbo Granny explodes.
She always showed up near the spirits of murdered girls, but we didn't know why.
Okay, they don't show the girls like smiling and shedding a tear and fading away, so the tone feels very different here.
Only way to help them move on is by force. Same kind of thing applies to the living.
So an actual somewhat important piece of information here is that it's lightly implied that the reason that Turbo Granny took men's schlongs when they lost in races to her was because it was men who had taken all these young girls to this tunnel, defiled them, and then murdered them. So she stripped every man that she could of their manhood.
Don't go taking all the big legs, you greedy old pig!
Listen, I want to judge and be like, how could you possibly eat crab after that? But at the same time, wow, could I go for crab right now?
Give me that, or I swear I'll break all your Bakatano DVDs!
Don't even, or I'll burn all your Ken Takakura merch.
You monster!
Listen, how does Okarun in that moment not go, hey, that's my name, wait, hold up?
Take my...
Only losers don't have appetites when there's crab around.
You jackass.
I'd eat right now if I could.
How are you judging him in this moment? Also, why do we look like Alvin and the Chipmunks right now?
You're way too bitchy for a guy. You sure you got your peen back?
Yes, I did. And thank you again for getting it back.
Show me.
Yes, ma'am! Yes, yes, ma'am! Yes, ma'am! Yes, yes, ma'am!
You're kidding, right?
Yes, Miss Bayonetta with gray hair. The second she asks.
Have you lost your mind? Miss Ayase, help! Do something!
Alvin and the Chipmunks. She's also being a passive observer to what could amount to, like, the third time Okarun's been SA'd in 3 days.
Be careful going home.
I think I'll be safer out there than here.
Next time I'll get you.
There wouldn't have been no next time if it was me in that equation. My God, is Okarun better than me?
You weren't eating, so she thought you were depressed and was trying to cheer you up is all.
Oh, that's nice of
Aw, that's nice of her. I'm gonna go show her my penis.
Wait, is this goodbye? Or goodbye?
Goodbye? Or goodbye?
Oh my God, just kiss already.
See you tomorrow!
Oh my God, we're so in. Little like peek into the next episode where we're gonna be meeting Ira, which is absolutely massive. So once again, God, you know, we gotta close all these. Once again, guys, thank you so much for checking out our first ever reaction on this channel. I hope I allowed you to understand DanDaDan just a bit better and therefore increase your possible enjoyment. If you guys want to see me do more reactions to shows like DanDaDan or TYBW or other popular shonen, let me know in the comments below. And while you guys are down there, please, for me, like this video, subscribe to the page, and hit that noti bell. Now I'm gonna go ice my vocal cords because my God, do I understand why Danny's voice is always gone.